All right, guys, we are back for another video. We are going to do an install with a fast charging system. So I wanted to talk about charging needs and what we're going to be doing differently. And I think you're going to enjoy this, especially if you have an EcoFlow. All right, so if you have been with the channel for a while, you know we started the whole channel on the little 500. That was the very first power station that second one. And then that was what I used to run, stuff in the tent, things like that. And then when I got a refrigerator, we bought the 1000 to run that. And so that's the Iceco VL65, Van Life 65. And that does pretty good for power, but it uses quite a bit. So the trouble with the Jackery has been the limited input that you can get power back into it. Doesn't matter, whatever you throw at it, whether you plug it into a wall, you can put, I've got 440 watts of solar, plug it into that. The max I'm going to get is 140 something, I think, going into it. So it takes forever to recharge these. So I knew I needed to upgrade with something that had more power and faster charging speeds. And they did come out with the Jackery 2000, I think 1500 and 2000 right after. I looked at those, and then I did some more research and came across the EcoFlows with the smart extra batteries. They, you can put 3 of them together. I like them that they're modular. It's the reason why I didn't do a built-in battery system, just because if I have to take these out and do things with them, I can. They're not permanently mounted in here. So we have our 3000 watts here, and the nice thing about these is that they will take up to like 1.5 kilowatts, 1500 kilowatts. So I wanted to come up with a way while I'm in the field to get more input than just plugging it into a cigarette lighter. I bought a 500 watt Best Tech little inverter that you just clip onto the battery and then run an extension cord back to this, and then you get 500 input, which is fine. It worked for a couple trips that I needed it, but all of a sudden EcoFlow came out with their new 800 watt alternator inverter, which we have. It can go while we're driving, obviously, because the truck needs to be running for it to operate, and that I think is going to be our newest and greatest solution. I think that's more than I'll ever need for power to keep these topped up, the 3 here, and then I can always just use the electricity, the 110 output out of this to charge these, which is going to be slow. 3-in-1 battery charge and care solution, 800 watt turbocharge, charge up to 1000 kilowatts in 1.3 hours, and it's a 3-in-1 charger. It has a battery maintainer, like trickler in it, that it takes from the EcoFlows to maintain your main battery. And if you happen to kill your main battery for some reason, left lights on your vehicle on or something, you can actually use this as a jump starter. You can pull the power out of your EcoFlow 1000s or 2000s or whatever you have and send it to the house battery of the vehicle and start that bad boy right up. This is the charger. This is all the cables. This thing's pretty hefty. You can catch them on sale. They just had a sale for Memorial Day weekend, I think, where you can get them for 200 bucks off. So for $3.99, can't complain with that. I know there's some other solutions out there, the Pecron and things like that, but yes, those work, and they work good if you don't have an EcoFlow. But I think if you have EcoFlows, this is the best seamless unit that you have to accomplish the fast charging. You see it? Yep, and there she is. This one opened up. These are our install cables. Hefty little setup there. It's our inline fuse. This is what plugs into the charger. This is the end that goes to the battery. This is the end that goes to the ground. This is our cable to go between the charger and the EcoFlow. I don't know if you can see that, but like right here, a little picture of a car. And right here is a picture of an EcoFlow. And right there, for Wi-Fi internet, if you want to hardwire it. And then this over here is right here's an antenna. All right, so the fast charger is probably going to live right here. And then we'll have our cables coming in and where they need to go. And we will feed the cable 15 feet. It's supposed to be enough, but we will feed that through over here. Go pick it up on the other side. Need to pull up this panel right here. That right here. What we'll end up doing is getting it up under the carpet here, right about to here. Get under the plastic, under the carpet. All right, there. So that's a through the floor grommet. Oh yeah, see right down there. So that's what we'll go through. Get this into there. Okay. Right behind these wires, right there. A little bit of daylight down there, right there. See that daylight? That is our hole. And that goes right down to the bottom of the truck. So what I'll probably do is take a coat hanger or something that I can shove down there, and I'll grab the end of that double wire and pull it right up through there. All right, let's see if this works. Shoot that down there. Oh, there's our coat hanger right there. Perfect. We will take the end of our charger wire, put it right on there, go up there and pull it through. All right, see if this works. How much stuff it's going to get caught on coming up through here. Just like that. All right, so I think that's about exactly enough to get right to here. Good, good. And then we'll probably just come back with the negative here. And there's a firewall ground right there. We put in our fuse link, connected that to the battery. Nothing fancy there anyway. Get this wire here. Get these two guys connected. Okay, now both those fuses are right next door to each other. So we'll put one over the top of this cover, keep it on. All right, so under here, I think we'll couple of zip ties somewhere. There's our hole. All right, let's get our grommet installed, and I think what we need to do is cut the center out of this and then put a little slice. So let me do that real quick. That should be enough to get our wire through. We'll probably slice it down here on the thicker end right there, just so we can get it around the wire. So we'll put our grommet on like that. Take it down. Keep it around the wire. So we'll put the well, our grommet isn't all the way around like I hoped. So I think what we're gonna do is a little All right, so we put that wire right here, and then it kind of comes out right there, and then it'll go around. So we'll get the cover back in place, see how well that works, because it's pretty bulgy now, but we'll find out. All right, got it on, let's see. Not too bad, it's not perfect, but all we needed to do is hide the wire. Okay, so we took that, we just kind of looped it back behind here. Take it over there, we'll pull out the slack, put that in right there, like that. And we'll give the charger a test first before we button everything up and make it all nice and tidy. All right, put it all up here. Put this one into the one that says car. Supposed to only go one way. There's a little tool too. And then plug this one into that. All right, we turned it on manually. I think it's going to require me to do a firmware upgrade. There it goes. Just like that, 800 watts charging. All right, so here's the situation. Here's how this works. What we do is we have the alternator charger going into this EcoFlow here on top, on the side. And then I have this EcoFlow is plugged into the 110 on the back of this one. And then of course the battery, smart battery, is plugged into its normal slot on this one. So the alternator charger charges this charges this, and this charges this. And so it's just a little circle. Not the most efficient because of the AC conversion, but it'll get it done. All right, so we should be getting it. There it is. Should be getting our input there, around 800, close to it. So all is working well. This one, even though this one shows 99% on the battery, the smart battery behind it is only at 90%. So that's what it's doing. It's taking it. That's why it has an output of 672. It's sending that to the smart battery back there. All right, there we are. Our temporary / permanent setup here. I'm down, everything's tied up, cables are done. This is the solar input, and this is shore power. This is gonna sit right here for now. Keep in mind, this cable that goes from here up to here is not very long. I think it's like 3 feet, so you don't have a lot of options as to how far away that can be. It needs to be close. So that's that, and I think we are good. All right, so a couple things to take in consideration is cost, of course, but if you take the cost of this, even at full price, $5.99 for 800 watts, and then search around the internet and try and find the equivalent amount of solar power, so that would be 8 100-watt panels that tend to average well over $100, 125, something like that. So you're talking about close to $1,000 in equivalent solar. So that's one thing. Second thing would be your particular vehicle. The alternator on your vehicle has to be able to put out enough watts in amps, to keep up with not only this unit, and you'll have to do the math. You'll have to keep up with this unit and keep up with all your electrics in your car, your headlights and things like that. So I think there's been a couple times where they've talked about small cars with very small alternators having some difficulties with running this at the same time. So other than that, I think if you're an EcoFlow person and you've had challenges with keeping your Deltas, your Delta 2, your Delta Pro Max, whatever you have, keeping them charged while you're out, in the field using them, this I think is going to be a great option. I know it's going to be stellar for me with my new electric cooking system, which if you haven't seen that video, I'll put it up here. If you like this video and you like this content, remember to like and subscribe. I'll have a link down below for you to get the EcoFlow if you want. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.